Okay. Okay, we're ready to start back. And just to give people a couple of minutes to get into the into the room, I'm going to answer the questions, or attempt to, that were left for us. The first question was asking about having students that have moved and trying to remove them from AMS. And that's a WIDA question, and that needs to be addressed to Lori Nixon. I won't touch that one because I'm really not sure of the answer. We do not want students that have moved to count against you, but there will be a way to do that, and you need to follow the directions of either DRC or follow Lori's directions on how to remove that. The tough question I have is, what can we do for our undocumented immigrant students after high school? They kind of hit a wall. You know, we don't have an answer for that, and it is touching, and I know those of you who work with those children or work with siblings of the younger children that are that age, it's really a difficult time for them to realize that their hopes and dreams may be changed a little bit due to their immigration status. I would encourage you, because we really don't have the answers to that at the Tennessee Department of Ed, but reach out to the advocacy groups for these children, talk with them, see if they have suggestions for you. Conexion, are you still here? Okay, she was with us earlier this morning. Maybe she'll be with us this afternoon. They do have a representative here today that might be able to answer some questions for you about that. So we'll try to catch that at the end of the day. Okay, last question before our introduction of our speaker. When students aren't making projected growth and other resources are needed, accesses to resources are often blocked by regular ed requirements for English speaker. How can ELs get access? You know, we have no right to deny an English learner access to any resource or any course or any activity that other children are allowed to participate in. So if there are resources that are being denied to English learners, we need to know that, and we need to correct that, because they have the same rights as any other child. Much of this sounds like it might be a district level issue. If you think it's not, and you think it's something that's coming from the state, you may want to talk with me about it, and Joanne and I will certainly go to bat for that. Okay, we're going to shift gears, and our afternoon we're going to have Kathleen is going to speak with us, and it's an interactive presentation, so be ready. You're going to have to think and talk and move a little bit, which I know that's not a bad idea after lunch. And then following that, we'll have some time for questions and answers for either Joanne and I or for Kathleen. But right now I want you to hear a little bit about her. Kathleen is the president and the CEO of Global Learning Institute for Language and Literacy Development, which goes by the acronym GILD. The company provides professional expertise to state and district departments of education and higher education institutions to transform education into high-quality, integrated, comprehensive systems that ensure that English learners have academic success in the 21st century. The company opened in October of 2007 with Kathleen's departure from her 6-year presidential appointment as the Assistant Deputy Secretary and Director of the U.S. Department of Education's Office of English Language Acquisition, OELA, established by Congress in 2002, No Child Left Behind. So she was our first OELA director. In her position, Ms. Leos served as principal advisor to the U.S. Secretary of Education, Dr. Ron Page and Margaret Spellings, on all matters related to EL students, and developed regulations, policies, and procedures to create a national education and accountability infrastructure in 50 states, D.C. and Puerto Rico, for the 5.5 million limited English proficient, we don't use that much anymore, right, students who grace America's classrooms K through 12. The 6-year assessments, research-based instructional strategies, the 6-year effort included assisting states in developing new English language proficiency standards, That was really the birth of ESL standards. Aligned ELP assessments, research-based instructional strategies to train teachers to instruct language development and literacy skills simultaneously. Be sure you hear that, simultaneously. We're not going to do one before we do the other. And provide communities and parents with effective education models that support English learners' high academic achievement. The goal is to create a national education system that includes English language learners in state accountability systems for the first time in the history of the U.S. K through 12 public schools. Ms. Leo's energetic approach to her work comes from her belief that each student that crosses the threshold of any one of America's schools deserves the best education this country has to offer. This is every educator's responsibility and every student's civil right. As the president of Guild, she continues this mission, vision, and commitment by ensuring that the individuals who are all key to English learner academic success have all the information and instructional tools necessary to transform education for every English learner student. Please join with me as we welcome Kathleen Leos to present to us.
Hello, hello, hello. Are we ready? Oh, we are ready. So let's stand up for a second because we just come in from lunch, right? And we've got to just work out those little bit of kinks because like our students, if we ask them to sit for 2 hours, what do they do at the end of 2 hours? They either leave the room or they throw something at us, correct? Right, right. Well, what we want to do today and talk about today is really how we provide access, equal access to equal educational opportunities, all students, ELs, all opportunities at the district level, within the classroom, at the state level, wherever they show up. So let's just wiggle just a little bit because I saw everybody come in. I did the same thing. It was like, oh, do we